I don't know. My challenge might do a field trip and come to your challenge.
I was just thinking, I was like, dog, I want to see what's the new thing in Tasha. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna miss it.
And those are the three ways, when you make money two different ways. You earn income, you work for it, right? Or passive income. You take your earned income and then you can turn it into passive income. And then you invest that money. So the first question is, how do you get money to save money in the first place?
You earn it. For me, I went to work. I worked 2 and 3 jobs as a nurse, like as soon as I got out of nursing school.
Mm-hmm.
And, so, like, nurses make a lot of money, but you make just enough to be comfortable. So I've always worked 2 jobs and had maybe a third PRN job. So the first way I earned money was I worked for it.
Mm-hmm.
When I didn't have goals, I saw money just kind of go through my hands.
Mm.
I had a goal and I wanted something, I would work towards that and put the money to the side for that particular goal.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you find that the more you worked as a nurse, the harder it was to like create wealth?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was at work all the time.
Right. But you made a very good point when you said goals. You had to have goals. I guess that's where a lot of people, how money just slides through people's hands. The quicker they make it, the faster it goes out because they don't have any goals. And I like to always go back to what Donna says, every dollar needs a destination. At what point did either of you start with your start setting goals as it pertains to wealth, building wealth?
I started setting goals when I realized that nursing probably wasn't going to be what I thought it was going to be for me. I started seeing other people with the life that I desired, and I started studying them and seeing like the things that they were doing. And I noticed that they were investing in their minds. They were going to conferences and things like that.
I think the first goal I said was when I wanted to buy my house. So, like they look at the debt to income ratio. So I made a lot of money, working 2 jobs, but never like I wanted to have a good life. So I would go on trips and vacations and all those things. And so they were like, oh, well, you got to decrease your debt to income ratio. And so I had to pay my car off, and I still had to save a little money for closing and to furnish my new house. So I set and was like, this is how much I want to have in the bank once I close on my house, so I can do it how I wanted it. And I accomplished it because I wrote it down and I was consistently saving my money. I was like, I gotta have this.
People only show you the best 15 seconds of their day on a reel. I feel like people think that you can skip goal setting, you can skip having to earn the money, when you really can't. Like, you have to make money, whether you can use credit. You can utilize credit to make money. I feel like a lot of people they miss that whole part. It's a principle. Like, you just can't just wake up one day and be rich unless you play the lottery. So should I pay off debt or invest first?
I would say that for me, myself, what I didn't pay off all of my debt. I won't lie, I listened to some financial gurus and they were telling me to do this debt snowball. And for a time it worked. And then when I sat down, I was like, gosh, okay, I have like $45K in student loans. Like, what can I do with $45K? I was like, man, I can pay that off or I can use that to invest. So I would say pay down just enough debt to get your credit right. If you can do a monthly payment for your student loans, do the monthly payment. So I'm like, I pay down my debt just enough so I can have my credit in good shape, so I can actually start doing the things that I really wanted to do and getting credit cards and access to those funds so I can invest in conferences and mentors and other things that I wanted to do.
For sure. For sure.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like I actually did pay some stuff off, and I was, after I paid it off, I was like, why did I do that? Like, I could have just been making monthly payments and used that money to invest. So once I started to be around people who had like investment opportunities and just opening up my mind to the type of things that I could have done with that money, then I was like, oh man, I could have used that 30,000 that I just put on this card to invest and make me a return versus just paying off a card.
A couple of people asked, I am an entrepreneur. How can I save to invest?
Build business credit. I don't like to use a lot of my money in my businesses. I feel like that there's banks out there that will give us the money. So why should we have to use our own?
Automation is another good way. Putting yourself on a budget. It's not really how much money you make. It's what you do with that money, because you can have someone making $1 million, but they don't even have $100,000 at the end of the day, whereas you got somebody making $100,000, but they're on a budget and they know where their money's going, and they're more successful than the person that's making $1 million. So, getting your hair done, changed out every 2 weeks, every month. Just look at simple ways that you can save money and use that just as your starting point.
How to save money as an entrepreneur. A lot of what Tamara said, the automation, using other people's money. I know for my kids, like their brokerage account, like the money just comes out, and sometimes I forget that it even comes out. So I have to go over there and look and see how much they have and see what's on our watch list. But just setting a goal, like this is what I want, and creating a plan. Like you have to write it down. What is it that you want? And create a plan on how to get there. So if I know that I want to build their stock portfolio, the money just comes out automatically. I don't have to think about it. I can just go into their account, and then we can pick some stocks for them. So just creating a plan, and the automations, having access to money and other people's money is a huge plus.
But I feel like as an entrepreneur, one way that you can save money to invest is to use to barter. That will accelerate your savings, because you can barter. Like if I'm good at something and Danny's good at something else, and then we can barter and we can switch. And so that I'm still getting the information I need from her. She's still getting the information she needs from me to grow our business or businesses. But we're able to take that money that we would have spent somewhere else. Do y'all have, any of y'all have like any books that y'all read that help you guys?
I loved Think and Grow Rich. We read the 4-Hour Work Week, but even too, like you got to go back and read them, because it's like not that you miss stuff, but maybe just mentally you're like, I didn't like realize this book had, so just going back to the books and reading them and really doing what they told you to do, or taking the steps or the advice or the information that's in the book and utilizing it for your current situation. So I love Think and Grow Rich and The Richest Man in Babylon.
Oh yeah, very good one.
The Bible, just believing what the Bible says about you, that we should be, we can have the riches and the finer things in life, but really it boils down to that mindset. And do you believe what's in the Bible? It doesn't matter what kind of books you read. If you don't believe it or you don't implement it and put it into action, you're going to be just more information that you've read about, but not really done anything with. So really, if it's not applied, then, you're just reading. That's a hobby. It's just a hobby. You just love to read.
Reading, I'm telling you, it is fundamental to your success. Like you have got to read, and you've got to implement. Like, I don't know, my challenge might do a field trip and come to your challenge.
I was just thinking, I was like, dog, I want to see what's the new thing in Tasha. I'm like, dang, I'm gonna miss it.
I do it, and it's something that I've been working on for a while. So I'm excited to be able to roll that out in this challenge. Yes. All right. So we're gonna go, and thank y'all so much for joining me. This was so much fun. I think all of us have a YouTube, but TT, you don't have a YouTube yet, do you?
I'm finishing up school.
We got to get her revved up. But all of us, Danny, can you give them your YouTube?
Multiple Streams Queen.
And Brittany?
Brittany Shanae.
All right. So make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channels and turn your notifications on, because I know y'all know me. I'll do an impromptu live in a minute.
Yes.
I'll do one in a minute. So valuable information. So thank y'all again, ladies, and we'll see y'all next time.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.